Online sales are expected to skyrocket this weekend. Shoppers will spend more than $3 billion today alone, and Cyber Monday could be the biggest shopping day on record.
I think Cyber Monday actually started today.
Yeah, yeah, right. Right? Yeah, absolutely right. Sales are expected to hit over $3.3 billion.
But this also increases your risk of becoming a victim of cyber crimes. Wah, wah. Online fraud in the U.S. is expected to spike 43% over the holidays. Nick Thompson is a CBS News contributor and editor of TheNewYorker.com. He's following the latest from Washington now. And Nick, thanks for joining us. But, you know, online shopping has really transformed how we shop, especially over the holidays. What do people need to be on the lookout for? I know I was already shopping yesterday during Thanksgiving dinner when I didn't want to be involved in some of the conversations.
All right, so online shopping is great. Online shopping is picking up. There are lots of deals in online shopping. It's a wonderful thing to do if you're looking for cheap products. On the other hand,
yes,
there has been an increase in scamming. There have been an increase in people trying to get your credit card information. Part of what's happening is now that our credit cards are more secure, now that we use these chips, the fraudsters are moving online. So how do you keep yourself safe? The first thing you need to do is you need to vary your passwords across sites. You should not use the same password across multiple sites, particularly sites that store your credit card information. If you enter your credit card information at one retailer, their whole list of customers is hacked, and you have the same password on other sites, whoever hacked into retailer A will be able to get into your accounts on every other place where you use that password. So use strong passwords and vary your passwords. Secondly, you kind of have to be on the lookout for stuff that seems a little bit off. If you're on a site and there's some language that maybe wasn't written by somebody who uses English as a first language, or if there's a pop-up or something feels strange, if that happens, just change sites. Turn on your browser, get out of there.
If it seems too good to be true, sometimes it is too.
Yeah, definitely. If it seems too good to be true or a little too weird, or if you're getting a request that seems a little awkward, if somebody sent you a holiday greeting card, but it's a little generic and they don't actually use your first name, don't click on the link. So you just have to have your antenna up a little bit. Another thing we're seeing, which is kind of new, or two things we're seeing which are kind of new, are one, people hacking into public Wi-Fi. So you go into a mall and there's an open Wi-Fi connection that looks great. And actually, maybe it's not really a real Wi-Fi connection. It's somebody sitting there stealing your information. So if you're on public Wi-Fi, you feel a little concerned, don't go to websites where you have to enter your password. Don't go to your bank. Just sort of browse and do things that are safe. The second thing we're seeing this year that's a little fishy and surprising are fake apps. So that's where you go into the App Store and you're like, oh, you know, I'm going to shop at Foot Locker. Let's see. Let's get the Foot Locker app. And then there will be a real Foot Locker app, and there might be some fake ones
made by fraudsters. So how do you tell the difference, Nick? Because I've had this happen to me where they look the same, they're spelling things the same. So how do you figure it out?
Well, in the Foot Locker example, it was spelled L-O-C-K-A-R. So that's one way to tell. But the real way to tell is to look at the reviews. And if there are only about 2 reviews, or there are 7 reviews and 5 of them are bad, then it's a bad thing. If there are 515 reviews and they're mostly good, then it's a real app. So check and see if one of your friends has the app. That's a very good recommendation. You can see it functioning there. Then you can download it and feel safe. If there are lots of reviews, then you can feel safe too. Again, it's kind of you've got to do a couple things. One, you have to do sort of the base stuff you have to be secure about. You know, don't put your credit card into places where you don't need to. Change your passwords. Then you have to have your antenna up, right? You have to look for slightly skeezy things. And then you have to check your credit card statements. If you do those 3 things, you'll probably be all right, and you can go out and have fun with online shopping.
I do feel like, though, we've talked about a lot of these things, Nick, and people just don't listen.
You know, I can go on CBSN nonstop saying, don't make your password 1, 2, 3, 4, and everyone still makes their password 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's the easiest thing to do.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, I know. Nick Thompson, thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Glad to be here.